वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। आप सभी का स्वागत है कॉमर्स स्पॉटलाइट में। मैं आयुषी आज आपके सामने एक वीडियो लेके आई हूँ जिसमें हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं व्हाट विल बी द कट ऑफ फॉर कर्नाटका सेट एग्जामिनेशन एंड व्हाट क्वेश्चंस यू कैन चैलेंज। So starting our video with my introduction, my name is Ayushi and I am providing you paper 1 as well as paper 2 commerce classes on this particular channel for set examination, net examination as well as assistant professor examination. So you can subscribe our channel Commerce Spotlight where you will get amazing content and you have amazing content which you can revise for your examinations. And you can download JRFED application where you can access previous year papers, mock test, quizzes and classes. And also the PDF of every class is provided on application only, so you can download our application. Let's start with our video where I will be discussing about how you can challenge your questions and what questions you should challenge and what will be the cutoff for this particular examination. So if you want to challenge any question, you have limited time period from 31st January to 7th of February and you have now only 6 days to challenge your questions. And for challenging each question you have to pay rupees 300 and this fees is non-refundable and you can challenge as many questions you want. But before challenging any question, you should watch this particular video because here I will be discussing what questions you should challenge and what questions you should not challenge, and I will be discussing the cutoff for this particular examination which was conducted. So let's start with our cutoff first. So if I talk about the cutoff for general category, so you can see here that in 2021, previously the examination was conducted in 2021 and here the cutoff for general category was 51.33%, that is 52% around. So if you are scoring 52% or 53%, you are in a safe zone. But if you are scoring less than 51%, so there are very less chances that you will be clearing this examination. So finger crossed for this. But if you are from SC category, then you will be able to crack your examination if you are scoring 47 or 48%. For ST category, it is 47%. Safe score is 47 to 48%. C1 category is 48. Last time cutoff was 48. So if you are scoring 50% or 49%, you will be in a safe zone. Okay? And for other categories, you can see this particular cutoff is there. And if you are not from commerce, you are from any other subject, you can check your cutoff and you can estimate what should be the cutoff for this year. And if I talk about commerce, so if you are securing 53% marks, you are in a safe zone from general category. And from SC category, if you are securing 47%, you are in a safe zone. And for ST category, if you are securing 48%, you are in a safe zone. And because I can say this because I have gone through this paper and I have solved complete paper. You can check this examination solution, exam paper solution on this channel only, and I can say that this particular examination level was very good. Paper 1 as well as paper 2 both are framed very accurately. The combination of numerical questions as well as theoretical question was also very good. So for this examination, for this time period, if you are securing this percentage, you are in a safe zone. And I can not say anything with 100% surety, but I can say this on the basis of previous year cutoffs. Now let's discuss about what questions you should ask or you should challenge, sorry. So for challenging questions, there are 4 questions which I will be discussing. So you can share many other questions also. If you feel that particular question should be challenged or not, you can share the questions in comment section. I have 4 questions. The first question is, typically profit is negative in which stage? The given answer is introduction and it is the correct answer. Although we discussed that in decline stage our profits turn negative, but they have asked typically the negative profits are in which stage. So when we introduce our product, we do promotion, we do many expenses, but our sales are very low. So in that particular scenario, our profits are negative. So on the basis of this scenario, the answer is option number C, and option number C is the very correct answer. There is no need to challenge this question. And if I talk about equity theory suggested that employees compare their performance. So here is question number 36 in set B. ठीक है, if you are having paper of set B, so the question is 36, in which the answer given is effort and performance with colleagues. So in equity theory we compare our efforts and performance with our colleagues, because in equity theory we firstly compare inputs and outputs, then we compare inputs and outputs of our colleagues, and then input outputs of ourselves and input and output of our colleagues are compared to get what we are giving and what we are getting, and to measure what others are giving to the company and what they are receiving, because equity theory is of motivation. So motivation comes when we consider our opponent or our colleagues, that are we doing more than them or they are doing more than us. So we compare our efforts and performance with our colleagues. So answer is option number B. There is no need to challenge this question also. Next question is measurement of the value of human resources based on. So the given answer is option number A, and yes, option number A is the very correct. Measurement of value of human resource. We discussed that human resources are asset which provide us return. They do lot of hard work, because of them we earn profits. So human resources are considered as asset. But how can you value human resource? Because they are living beings. You cannot value human beings like a particular man is of 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees or 3 lakh rupees. So we measure the value of human resource by considering future profit concept. Like if I am providing training to my HR and it cost me 2 lakh rupees, and I can see that in future 5 to 10 years they will be able to provide me 50 lakhs or 60 lakhs rupees turnover. So that 50 or 60 lakhs rupees are my return, are my future profits which I am expecting from my human resource. So the answer should be future profit concept, and of future profits we consider present value. So answer is option number A only. There is no need to challenge this particular question also. Now the question comes which you should challenge and which must be challenged, and that is question number 41 in set B. It is from banking unit. So here we have to identify which particular point is correct. Okay, is or are correct. So in this regard we have 4 statements, and in the 4 statement 3 statements are correct. 4th statement was incorrect, is incorrect. And the 4th statement is Bank of Calcutta was renamed as Bank of Bengal in 1921. It is not correct. Bank of Calcutta was established in 1806, and after 3 years it was renamed as Bank of Bengal. So it was renamed as Bank of Bengal in 1809, not 1921. In 1921 what happened? Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay and Bank of Madras, they emerged as Presidency Bank. So in 1921 they are provided title of Presidency Bank. In 1809 the bank was renamed as Bank of Bengal. So this particular question can be challenged, and you should challenge, and you can provide source from original website or org website of bank. Okay, so history of bank, in history of bank section you will get this particular source, and in books it is very clearly mentioned. So you can attach that source as well. So this is the question which you can challenge. The given answer is option number C, but the correct answer should be option number A. 1, 2 and 3 statement are correct, but the 4th statement is incorrect. So in this video I have shared what questions you should challenge or what question you should not challenge. If you feel there are other questions or you want to challenge, so you can comment it down. I will check and provide you the solution, or it should be challenged or not, I will tell you in the comment section. So if you like the video, do share and do subscribe to the channel. And if you are preparing for UGC NET examination June 2024, you can join us in our courses where we will be providing paper 1 and paper 2 course. And if you want to go for paper 1 only or paper 2 only, you can also buy that course. So here in paper 1 and paper 2, what you will get all the material which is required. You will get PDFs, you will get test series, you will get handwritten notes, and you will get crash course which is designed for revision purpose. So all the things you will get. And if you want to go for only paper 1 and paper 2, so you will be getting video courses with handbooks of respective paper. So आज की वीडियो यहीं तक रखते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच. इफ यू लाइक द वीडियो, डू शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. मिलूंगी आपसे नेक्स्ट सेशन में. थैंक यू सो मच. बाय बाय.